Welcome into another edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Tim McMaster here. I'll guide you along the way. And stepping into the chatting cage this week, we have Tyler Skaggs, starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Angels. Tyler, first of all, thanks so much for joining us.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
All right, fans, you know how to get involved. You can use the hashtag Chatting Cage on Twitter. Use the MLB Fans app to get some questions in that way. You can also press the button on Fans app, get in live with your phone, or go to MLB.com and get in live with your webcam there as well. We are going to start through social media, and we're going to go to that MLB Fans app, Tyler, and DVD Wozni96 wants to know, and he's cutting right to the chase here, what's it been like coming back from Tommy John surgery?
It's been stressful, to say the least. I came back, had a first few good starts, had about 4 or 5 rough ones, and finally strung together 2 or 3 good ones. So, it's had its ups and downs, its peaks and valleys, but it's been a long and tedious road, but finally happy to be back.
Yeah, 9 starts in now. You've gotten back into the swing of things, I guess 3-3 so far, doing a nice job in that rotation for the Angels. All right, we have a fan ready to go with a question. Fan, just tell us your name, where you're from. Go ahead with your question for Tyler.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. I'm here from Anaheim. And my question to you, Tyler, is how would you feel pitching towards Pujols or Trout?
How would I feel pitching against them?
Yeah.
Well, it would be tough. Definitely 2 guys that are at the top of their game right now. Pujols having a great season. I think I'd be a little more comfortable facing Pujols than Trout. Trout's he's a tough out. It would definitely be a different situation for me. I think I know how to pitch against both of them, though.
All right, we're going to go back to Twitter now, Tyler, and Jessica Bush has kind of a follow-up question to that one. What's it like just on a daily basis getting to see Mike Trout do his thing, both at the plate and in the field?
It's amazing, man. I mean, the guy's the greatest player in the game. Day in and day out, he gives 110%, and he's killing the ball right now, and he makes great plays in the outfield. So for me, it's just a pleasure to come here every day, suit up, and watch this guy play. It's very fun for me.
Back to the MLB Fans app we go, and CC Cub wants to know, what mechanics are you doing different that you feel is bringing you success here late in the season?
The mechanics-wise, I think I'm just using my legs more. I know early on in my career I threw all arm. As you can see, I had Tommy John, and then after that I kind of focused on my mechanics and using my legs. I try to drive to home plate and just basically have my arm along for the ride. I try to push as hard as I can towards home, and legs are key to being a starting pitcher.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's a lesson that a lot of pitchers learn along the way, and I think long-term it's going to help as well, is using the legs to pitch. We have another fan ready to go here in the chatting cage. Tyler, fan, tell us your name, where you're from, and go ahead with your question.
My name is Mariteren. I'm here from Anaheim, and I wanted to ask, if you could play any other sport, what would it be?
That's a great question. I think I want to play basketball. I played basketball in high school. I consider myself a basketball player playing baseball. So for me, I'm a Laker fan. I would love to play for the Lakers and definitely be a power forward.
All right, so we've talked some baseball, Tyler. We've talked some basketball. Now it's time for our EDJ question of the day, and we're going to go the football route. Do you play fantasy football, and do you have a creative name for your team?
I do play fantasy football, and my name is Teddy Two Gloves for Teddy Bridgewater. I know he just injured himself, but I'm a Vikings fan living out here in LA. I'm glad we got the Rams back, but for my my 25 years of existence, the Rams have only been here for a year. It was 1991 was their last year, so I'm a Vikings fan. I named it after my favorite player, Teddy Bridgewater, and actually I just won my first week this week against Andrew Bailey, so I'm pretty stoked about it.
There you go, little bragging rights within the team. Great stuff, absolutely. Back to the MLB Fans app we go, Tyler. Red Bostonian wants to know, who was your favorite player when you were growing up?
Easy question. Randy Johnson was my guy. He was a lefty. He was dominant. And actually, I was originally with the Diamondbacks before this, and I got to talk to him and sit down a lot with him. So he's my childhood idol growing up, and what a great guy to sit down and talk and learn from.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Tyler Skaggs joining us today in the cage. You can get in line, press that button on your phone or on your computer, and join the conversation. Get your own questions in to Tyler Skaggs. Back to social media we go, Tyler, and West Coast Plant wants to know, who's your dream golf foursome? If you golf, I guess would be the lead into that.
Well, I'm not the greatest golfer, but definitely Randy Johnson would be one of them. Maybe Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, 3 guys that I would love to tee it up with.
All right, let's stay on the MLB Fans app now. And Resting Pitch Face wants to know, what is a better feeling, striking someone out looking or striking someone out swinging?
It has to be looking. You know, you make a great pitch and the guy doesn't know what to do, and nothing better than freezing a hitter and walking off the mound for the 3rd out. It's a great feeling.
And you know you hit your spot, right? And that's the thing for you guys. You need to be able to hit that spot. So you get the looking and the guy didn't see it coming. The best feeling of all, right? All right, we have another fan. We have another fan ready to go here, Tyler, on the Edward Jones chatting cage. Fan, tell us your name, where you're from. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, I'm Michael, and I'm from Chicago. And my question to you, Tyler, is who's the toughest MLB hitter you have faced in your MLB career?
It's a great question. I've faced quite a few, but I think Miguel Cabrera, a guy that I've maybe got out one time, and it was a deep fly ball to the warning track, but the guy's one of the best hitters in the game. It's hard to fool that guy. It's hard to sneak anything by him, and he pretty much owns me, so I'll be looking forward to the next time I face him.
We get that question a lot in the chatting cage, and Miguel Cabrera is the answer a lot of the time in the chatting cage.
As it should be.
Back to social media we go, and Blue Jay Bay wants to know, how much has Mike Scioscia taught you about just kind of maturing as a major league player?
A lot. You know, he's an ex-major league catcher, and he knows pitching inside and out. So, you know, after a rough game or even a good game, he'll sit down and talk to me about the things I did well, talk to me about things I didn't do well, and he's a great teacher. He's a great teacher of the game, and you know, I'm very fortunate to have him as my manager.
Continue to get the questions through the MLB Fans app, also Twitter, and this one's from Twitter, Tyler. The Night Lane wants to know, what type of music do you play getting ready for a start?
A mixture of a lot of things, rap, reggae, and mostly rap, though. You know, a little bit of rock, but I think rap is something that I grew up on and something that I enjoy listening to.
All right, good. You get different answers to that question from different players. Absolutely. The type of music that gets them in that correct mindset to go out on the mound and pitch. We have another fan ready to go, Tyler. Fan, go ahead, tell us your name, where you're from, and ask your question.
Hi, Tyler. My name's Jeremy. I'm from New York. I was wondering, what's your favorite city on the road to visit?
It's a great question. I like Chicago a lot. Chicago's nice. I like Seattle too. It's you know, it's kind of cold there, but you know, I just like the atmosphere there. And you know, LA. I like going to play the Dodgers. I also like playing here, but I would have to say Chicago's my number one.
Good news for as far as Seattle goes. You're in the West now, so you get a lot of trips up there, up the coast to play the Mariners. Yeah, back to the MLB Fans app, Tyler. And Jordan G wants to know, if you could jump in a baseball time machine, which era would you like to visit and play in?
It's a great question. I think the 80s will be an era that I like to play in. It looked like it was a lot of fun.
Very good. And that's, you know, you mentioned your favorite player, and a little before his time, but I guess breaking in a little bit in the late 80s, maybe Randy Johnson. But back to social we go, and Hully 341 wants to know, what's your advice to youngsters who are hoping to kind of follow in your footsteps, make it to the major leagues?
My advice to a young pitcher would be, first off, you know, throw strikes. If you throw strikes as a pitcher, it's going to take you a long way. And second off, you know, you don't need to throw off-speed stuff until you get, you know, to maybe a junior or senior in high school. I think you work on fastball changeup. It'll make you a lot better pitcher in the long run. But most importantly, first of all, is just throw strikes. The more you throw strikes, the longer and the better the game's going to be for you.
One more question from Twitter for you, Tyler. LA for Life wants to know, what was your best or worst minor league road trip? You can go either direction with that one.
I'm going to go both. I'll go my worst minor league road trip was Billings, Montana. I played in Orem, Utah when I originally signed. It was like a 16-hour bus ride. It was really miserable. And then my best one would probably be probably in the Southern League. We won the championship. We went to go play the Tennessee Smokies. I was in Mobile, and that was just a fun road trip. We won the championship, and it was just a very enjoyable bus ride there and back.
Yeah, any road trip that ends with a championship, that'll certainly do.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to get one more social question in here for you. Adam Showen wants to know what hitter in hit. Now, you talked about who's the toughest batter to face. You said Miguel Cabrera. He wants to know, Adam Showen does, what hitter in the history of baseball would you like the opportunity to face?
Wow. I mean, there's a lot, but if I had to choose one, I'd say Pete Rose. I think that'd be a fun at bat.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Gauge. Tyler Skaggs, thanks so much for taking some time answering the fans' questions. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
All right, tune in again next time to the Edward Jones Chatting Cage.